Hi guys, my name is Meads. Yep, surprise, I'm doing a review. Now, it's been a while since I've done a review. I might be rusty, but for some weird reason I got motivated to do one for this figure. Now, this is the TIWAZ Combat Exoskeleton. I'm not too familiar in regards to what this is or what's the background story on this, but while scrolling through the Snail Shell brand, they make a lot of awesome figures, especially the kind of like a hybrid, the female figures with animal motif on them, like the wolf. I tried the bee, or is it the wasp? And there was a recolor of that. Anyways, while scrolling to the product page, I've come across this one and I find it interesting. So I went ahead and pre-ordered this. I got mine from bombasbee.net. I'll provide the link down below. And that company, or actually, I think it might be just like a small shop somewhere in Asia. They have like one of the amazing selection, and sometimes it's like a hidden gem. Like if you're looking for something, they might have it. So it's a great resource, especially as a toy collector. And another reason which I'm kind of hesitant of sharing it, but at this point, it's better just you know what, if it brings more business to them, make them more successful. Why not, right? Yeah, it's always the thing with the collectors. Like you have your hidden like a go-to place. Like if everything else sold out, you can go there and grab your stuff. Anyways, that's probably good for another topic. So I got both of them. This is the command captain type, or I think or could be the leader. Then you have the mass production type. Typically, you probably want to buy one and two of these, but you don't have to. You can just buy one. From what I can tell, they have the same design. The only difference is the recolor, and you're getting a wolf face here. I could be wrong. I've yet to kind of like check it out, but yeah, from what I can tell, just looking at the back here, you're almost gonna get the same weapon of four of them. Yeah, the two melee, an axe, a sword. You got a rifle, and I'm not sure what that is. Kind of like a shotgun, maybe. But yeah. And let's see here. All right, continuing on, I want to just talk about the packaging. Now, if you're familiar with Snail Shell, the packaging is always this thin box. Yeah, but it is colorful. There's a lot of nice design on it. But yeah, I have a crease here, which, I don't mind it as much. After all, it is just a packaging. What's important is the figure. But yeah, that's one thing I've noticed for this is just a very thin box. On the other hand, I just want to add this. For if you're ordering from Bombas their packaging is great. They have to make their own box because depending on how much they're shipping to you, they don't have like a pre-cut box, or like you'll see on like a Beba toy store or even Ami Ami, that they don't have that. They actually make you a box, like your typical brown shipper box. They'll make it and pack it well, and they even put this plastic corners. So this is really cool. I know this is just a little side note, but they do take care of their packaging. Unfortunately for this one, it's just really thin. The stuff inside it's a little heavier. Yeah, but when I got it out, I mean, this thing is even wrapped on that paper thing. Yeah, everything is great. Just no damage to the box. But yeah, I'm not sure how that crease got there though. All right, so inside we're gonna get these two. They're kind of like stacked to each other. This is on the back. You're also gonna get some instruction manual, which has some English on it, but kind of just tell us what's included. You can do a head swap. The forearm guards can be removed. There's that thing on the back. I was wondering what this thing is, but I guess you can use it to mount the weapons. And it's the same on the other side, but I'm not sure if the one is Chinese and the other one is Japanese. But you don't really need to be in English. You kind of tell from the pictures. We're kind of used to that. So, instruction manual. There we go. We have two faces here. I think one of them has kind of like the teeth showing, but we'll see that once I get out of the packaging. Get the couple of hands there. You got the main figure here. It is covered in plastic, which I've already taken out and checked the figure, but they also have plastic in between the joints, which I popped out already. And then you got your 4 weapons here. Alright, so let's just double check what is the difference between the two. So inside, there's no extra heads that you can only get from the leader, the wolf face. I'm sorry for the glare, but you know, it's loaded with plastic there inside. Same hands from what I can tell. Now the weapons, you don't have the axe. So the leader has, you know, that's what makes him special. Otherwise, you're gonna get the, seems like a shotgun, rifle, and the sword right there. Alright, here we go. Here's the figure. Now, the first thing I've noticed, it does have some nice details. You can see there's a police there, some characters. You got the logo there. And also some weathering from the visor to the shoulder armor. Here, you see a bit of a silver on the back. Although, I find this it's a little too clean, but that might be like maybe a beacon that lights up. Maybe. But this doesn't have any light up feature. Yeah, nice details. Now, this has some heft to it. It is a bit a little heavy, especially in the center part, like the thigh area here and upper body. And it has some like thick plastic pieces. And surprisingly, there's a lot of movable section here. I'm just gonna doing a quick overview before we do the articulation test. But yeah, there's just a lot of little things here and there that can be moved. But at the same time, articulation on some parts, like the elbow, it's a bit limited. And even the knee, yeah. Alright, so actually, let's just go over it from head to toe. Alright, so for the head, you got some mobility there. It is on a ball joint, you know, with the head swap. Now actually, why don't we go with that? So you have the wolf here, kind of like a serious look. You always have that like a slash across the eye. It's always like that. It makes you wonder, why don't they give him an eye patch? You know? Then you get the more serious look here with teeth. Yep, it's a ball joint. Let's see if we can swap this out. So I'm gonna pop that off. There we go. And put this on. Not a good idea to do this behind camera. All right, let me put it on behind camera. All right, so I had to kind of wiggle it there, but I managed to put it on. There we go. It does have a little bit of a limited range. I mean, he can only look basically side to side, can't really look up, and that's it. But then again, he doesn't need to look up. Now, this part here is flexible, which is a good thing. I thought that could be a problem, especially if you're, you know, trying to finagle this head here. But yeah, a bit of soft plastic there. And let's see what else. Can you actually remove this? No, not that part. All right, now shoulder armor. This thing is attached right there on the back. So it's like a half, you know, when 2 halves for that shoulder joint. It does have a swivel right there. And there was a plastic, as I mentioned before, and I was like wondering how hard it is to pop off. Quite easy. And that is a solid joint, which is good. Yep. All right, let's put that back on. There we go. Now elbow articulation is just 90, not a lot. This like elbow armor is fixed there. It's okay. Now you can pop this out. It's held on 2 pegs there. It is labeled left and right. Makes you wonder though, why is that in English? I think, yeah, Snail Shell is a Chinese company, I believe. Why didn't they have like Chinese characters on that? Huh, makes you wonder. So you can remove that. And even without that, it's actually nice. I like that. But we gotta put it on, or put it back. Again, go with the left. Wait, can you actually, no, I don't think you can put it, yeah. Because the peg attachment is gonna be different. All right, I think I got it on. Nope, that is not connected properly. What am I doing wrong here? Oops. I don't want to break that. Okay. But I did find like some parts of it, like this one is a bit too loose. Yeah. But it's better loose than too stiff. I could probably wipe off some of that. There might be some kind of grease that they added. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just not sure why it's yeah, I think it is the ball joint that is loose, like this section here. Or actually, I could just stick a piece of paper, which I normally do. Yeah, easy fix. So anyways, there's that. Now the other cool thing about this is the peg. I'm always wary of the peg, how it's designed. Let's see if I can pop this out here. Now this one is a straight peg with, sorry if my camera is off. All right, so if I'm trying to focus there we go. I'm using my phone actually to record this. So there is a bit of what do I call that? I'm trying to think of the word. Let's call a nub or something. But it kind of gives you a little bit of friction to hold the wrist joint. And I'm just gonna do a quick swap, although I'm gonna go back with that. So by default they attach the holding hand, but you could also swap out from this like open, although just trying to see, yeah, not much. It's kind of limited of articulation because it's not a ball joint at the connection point, but I think that's good. I had a bad experience lately with my flame toys. When I was building that kit and I snapped the wrist joint. Quite horrible. Then you also have like the more spread out hand and closed fist. But I think I'm just gonna stick with the weapon wielding hand. Probably better to just pop this out first. There we go. Then you pull straight up and put this back on. There we go. All right, so let's put this back on here. Now for the torso joint, you got a little bit of wiggle room there, you know, side to side. Not much of an ab crunch there. This thing though does open up, so there's some give on those, which is nice, especially when it's tilting to the side. So that's good. Now you got all of this the skirt armor. You can open them up and get to the point where I have to reach for a toothpick here. It's all the way in. There we go. Let's just open it out. So it's multi-segment. Oh no, sorry, not multi-segment, but there's different sections of it. And then there's one here where you have, not sure what that is though. It's a flashlight, then some pouches, very thin though. Some magazine, hard to say, but they do flap out. Then you got this back skirt here. Then you got these two things. I think you can pop this out. And yes, you can. Yep, it's in a ball joint. Now also, you can mount your weapon here. This one is a bit tricky to put on. And it just snaps like that. Well, I say tricky because it feels like it's supposed to slide down. It's like a clip, but you know, it just, I feel like I'm gonna break it, but there we go. Now to remove it, you kind of have to twist it again, and there you go. Yeah, I don't feel safe doing this. I feel like I'm gonna break it. But anyways, there's that. And I guess you just mount it. I was just gonna mount. Let's try it. Okay, there is a. Okay, I think that's how you mount. There we go. Oh, that holds well. Okay. I don't think you can mount these things here. Nope, not this. But definitely the weapons. So, oh, it's gonna be right there. Yep. All right. Yep. Clips in place. Although they're kind of like in the way now, but it kind of makes sense because yeah. I mean, he can grab it. Kind of wish it's more. Oh, it's connected here or something, but yeah. I guess it makes sense to just have it in the inside here. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna pop this up right now because we're gonna be using them or posting them, and there. Gotta do this off camera. All right, next part, the waist or the legs, and that thing always goes inside. So here, let's see. There we go. So there are two joints there that allows you to kind of lower this leg down if you want to do that. Yeah, you can actually lower them, which is kind of weird doing so, but you can push them up, and that thing went inside again. And now it's stuck. There we go. All right. I think the only swivel point is from that ball joint. I don't see any separate piece here. Yep, that's the only swivel point. So you can point the legs outward or inward. So if you lower that down, you do have more range of movement to go forward, backward also. But you have to move this up. But yeah, it's actually good range. Now you can do the split to a certain degree. Gonna have to probably lower that down, but yeah. See, there we go. All right. Next part, the knee. You do have a separate knee armor there. A little over 90 degree, or that's basically 90 degree. It is a bit stiff there, which is good. So there you go. Then you got your ankle joint here. There is this free floating armor. And this feet here. Let me put my seat up here. You got the shin guard here, which is on a joint. Then you got this heel. Actually, let me get some light there. Okay. And this is a bit too loose for me. It's on a hinge joint, so not a lot of support forward. So you gotta have to balance it from the back here. Yep. So that, I think that's one of the drawbacks of this figure. Just that it's too loose. All right, let's reposition and get him standing. All right, I got him standing here, and definitely you gotta balance it from the back of the foot first, because otherwise, I mean, he's gonna flap down from the loose. But even then, I mean, you can still hold the pose, and those things here are actually gonna help him balance from the back. But he can hold some amazing poses here. Yep. All right, now let's put on some weapons. All right, apparently there is a way to lock the ankle joint. It's something I just didn't realize till I played around with it some more, do certain poses. So let's just see if we can do a knee up. All right, so here we go. Knee up like that. And you're gonna have a problem because this thing is gonna be a little too loose. But apparently this shin guard kind of locks in place. It kind of holds that position right there. So if we're gonna try to balance it with the knee up like that, we're gonna lock this in place and just gonna find that sweet spot. Try to balance it, and there we go. Now it doesn't seem like it's looks like the other feet is still on ground, but it is well, why don't we try this? So we're gonna go with a high kick. There we go. And yeah, it can balance well. So there's the trick. You just gotta use this piece here to kind of push back, and it locks the ankle to a certain degree. All right, while we're at it, we're gonna stick a piece of paper. Just want to see if this actually works. So right there. It's the fastest way to tighten joints. Yep, it's a lot stiffer now. There you go. So that's the fix. Only wish there's a way to tighten this. Maybe I can stick a piece of paper there too, maybe. Who knows? All right, we're gonna start with this weapon right here. I feel like it's missing, like, where do you put the ammo? I mean, there's a hole there, but that's for part of the clip on the back, but yeah. Now this is actually quite interesting because you pop it off from the bottom and it detaches from there, which allows you to just work on the handle, putting on to the hand. The fingers are quite flexible as well, and we're gonna see if we can try to get one finger over the trigger finger. Come on. It's always the struggle. Oh no, it went off. And I haven't cut my nails. Sometimes it's good to have a little bit long nails just to grab things. But you can always use toothpick. Gonna just get it off. There we go. I think I got it. All right, and now we're gonna reattach this. There we go. Yeah. So the finger is kind of on the pinky, but there we go. All right, I'm gonna reattach this here. And the armor. Oh. There we go. Now, probably, let's see. I gotta swap with the other hand too. All right, and again, the elbow articulation is kind of restrictive. Yeah, but you're able to reach it with the other hand, just kind of like a certain pose like this. But if we're to shoot, yeah, he has to use, unfortunately, one. Yeah, like, well, I guess you can, but you really have to kind of wiggle it, or just try to, just for him to reach that. Yeah, it's gonna be a little problem with this weapon. Yeah, yeah, you're not gonna be holding a, like, I don't know. Maybe that works. Let's move on to the next one. Our next one is the rifle here. Now this one has like a secondary handle, but again, kind of makes you wonder, where does the ammo go? Maybe it's one of those clip that you just put on top or the bottom here. Maybe it's just too small, or it's the profile is just, yeah, maybe here. Who knows? Same thing. You gotta pop the bottom part. I mean, it does have more pegs on this one. And we're gonna put this on here. There we go. Probably have loosened that hand already. And let's reattach it. There we go. Whoop, went over. It's kind of, all right. Oh, I forgot. The trigger on this one is right there. So, that's why. I forgot. So, you gotta have to kind of push the trigger finger a little bit forward. Yeah, it's a little weird, but there we go. I think I got it now. All right. All right. There we go. And likewise, this is not something that you can use the other hand for like support. And I don't think it's like a, I think this is gonna be good enough just with a single arm. Yep. I don't think you're gonna be a stretch, but it's gonna always gonna be with the bent elbow. Yeah. There we go. Now let's go with a melee. Alright, we have the axe here. Some nice details. Definitely added a bit of weathering there. Yeah, the whole thing is plastic. I don't think there's any die cast on this. But this is very lightweight, which is good. You want that on the weapons. Same thing with the, what is this? Well, it's a sword, kind of like a scimitar, I guess. Definitely can, it's a good chopping thing. All right, now to put this on, we're just gonna wiggle it. Probably still good to take out the hand, but I'm just gonna, there we go. We got the axe right there. Get this thing focused. Too dark. There we go. All right. Now the other hand. Now I find this a little difficult to attach, because I think it's just too thick. And let's see. Yeah, the fingers are kind of like, you have to make sure they stick out. But yeah, I guess that's how it is right there. All right. There we go. Now, size comparison. I have an SH Figure Arts here. You know, definitely not this scale. And let me see if I can get my camera here. Yeah, the TIWAZ are about 7 inches. Okay, there we go again. All right, they're about 7 inches. I got my ruler here. Your figure arts are typically about 5.5 to 6 inches, and TIWAZ is about 7 inches right there. Yeah, they're quite tall, but then again, I mean, it's kind of like a lichen or werewolf. Maybe they are tall. You know, why not? 7 foot tall soldiers, super soldiers. All right, and I just swap out the helmet or the visor, kind of give you an idea what it looks like with it on, with the weapons. And I think I'm just gonna go with this setup here, with the rifle on the right and axe on the left. I think that's kind of like a good balance. But if you want to dual wield 2 rifles, you need to get 2 sets, obviously. And the only way to get 2 axes if you get 2 of the leaders. Yeah. All right, and we're getting to the end of the review. I'm just gonna do a quick recap and as well as my final thoughts. Overall, this figure is great. I really like it. The quality is there, like with other Snail Shell products. The design, the color, aesthetic, really pleasing. Now, with the joint system, like with the shoulder, it is a bit loose, but there's an easy fix on that, as well as the waist armor. There's actually too many, but it's great. It gives you a range of movement. But in terms of the elbow and the knee, I wish there's a little bit more bend, but I mean, considering that he is a heavy armored person or creature, I think it kind of works out for that. And my only gripe is really the bottom of the feet here. It's loose. Sometimes it's a little hard to balance him, but as you can see with his weapons, sticking out, they're light though, but he can stand and balance. Yeah, overall, really great figure. And that's pretty much it for this review. Will I recommend this figure? Yes, I think it's a really good figure, especially if you're collecting snail shell or just something that you need a wolf or werewolf soldier in your collection. All right, that's about it. And if you have any questions, let me know. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.